heard it in various places, like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or Guitar Hero, and my wrestling fans out there, CM Punk used this song as his entrance theme. So, how did these guys sound? Well, you be the judge of that.
What? Stop! YouTube, it's your boy Nick, and I'm back with another video, as you can see. And y'all already know how we do this, man. Before we get started, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to click that bell so you can be notified when I do make new videos. To my regulars, man, you already know what it is. So today, you know what I'm saying, we finna be reacting to something a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? This is top 5 unsung episodes that need to be made. And I will say it's a lot of stories out there that need to be told. You know what I'm saying, bro? But anyway, bro, without further ado, let's get into this video.
Hey, what up everybody, this is Vaughn the Stampede. Before we get started on today's video, click on that bell icon button below and subscribe to see more of my daily content. Thank you. Well, some of you might know I love anime, video games, and movies. But one thing I really love is music, especially R&B, aka black music. But we're not going to talk about the most popular artists, we're going to talk about the artists that nobody really discusses anymore. So today's video is the top 5 unsung episodes I like to see be made. So before we even begin this list, I have to tell you guys, what is Unsung? Unsung is an hour-long music
one of my favorite shows on TV1.
It uncovers well-known R&B, soul music artists, bands who exploded on the Billboard music charts with a string of hits only to have their careers derailed by major crises that caused them to be essentially underappreciated by later generations of contemporary R&B and soul music listeners. Basically, it's a black version of Behind the Music. Yeah, remember when VH1 had a documentary series called Behind the Music and music video?
Whatever happened to Behind the Music? Because Behind the Music was actually good. I actually liked it. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, they just disappeared and replaced it with the reality TV. Yeah, and when reality shows really started to pop off, that's when they really took VH1 Behind the Music off.
Now their content is just this.
You phony ass, fake ass bitch!
Well, anyway, let's get this list started.
When VH1 actually had decent content.
Hey, remember that R&B group that had 4 brothers who were affiliated with Heavy D in the mid-90s? No? Well, people over 25 remember this hit song.
Hey, so for real, do you ever dream of candy coated?
Soul For Real exploded in 1995 with their debut single Candy Rain.
I was 5 years old,
these guys
bruh.
looking confused as hell on their first album cover. They had talent. The song Candy Rain made its way to number 2 on the Billboard charts. Soul For Real next hit Every Little Thing I Do, which was also another hit. After the 2 hit songs, they just fell off the radar. I mean, that's not entirely true. They did came out with a second album called For Life, produced by Heavy D and Diddy. But unfortunately, the album flopped hard. Some sources say that Diddy didn't promote the album and was working on other projects at the time. So basically, Diddy was like, anyway, during the late 90s and early 2000s, their other 2 albums didn't do so great. And after those 2 albums, we didn't hear much of Soul For Real. I felt that these guys had a lot of potential.
Like, what
if the record label didn't treat them like $5 hoes, we probably would have heard more of Soul For Real, but we didn't. The last thing I heard from Soul For Real was one of the brothers robbed at least 8 banks and got over $1 million. And I'm like, God damn it, man. Did the music industry fuck y'all up that bad that y'all had to rob banks? I don't know if it's true or not, but yeah, these guys need.
That's possibly true.
What the hell happened? Quick, name an R&B group that had the next door neighbor from Sister Sister, the kid with the pink eye, and the third member that
Immature.
Nobody cares.
They need
right.
one.
I'm talking about
they really
another
do need
bad
one.
creation.
They need a song.
Nah,
I got the joke, bro.
How immature of me. you know who's funny. Immature is an American R&B group discovered by record executive Chris Stokes. Its members Marcus Houston, Jermaine Jones, and Kelton Keys also had nicknames such as Houston being Batman, Jones being Romeo, and Keys as LBD or aka Little Drummer Boy. So, how did they get their nicknames?
I got my name because when I was a little boy, I used to play the drums since I was 2. So when I got in the group Immature, Chris named me LBD. That's how I got my name.
I got mine from the fans. Because they thought I was like Little Romeo, so I took that in and started calling myself Romeo.
I got my nickname one time we were in New Orleans, and I started playing with Batman underwear on my head. And my manager thought it was a good idea, and I was like,
Wait, what?
I started playing with Batman underwear on my head.
That's how you got your name?
And my manager thought it was a good idea, and I was like,
Alright, moving on. The trio dropped their debut album, Worst Behavior, that was released in the fall of 1992.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, the album didn't go anywhere. Also, one of the members, Don Santos, was replaced by LBD. Why? Probably because his parents wanted to have a normal life and, you know, an actual education. So they was like, yeah, fuck all that fame shit. You get an education, boy.
Right.
So in 1994, Immature released their second album, Playtime Is Over.
In my opinion, this album is a classic, bruh. In my opinion, I know some folks have different opinions about, you know what I'm saying, about this album, but I like this album for real. You know what I'm saying? Playtime Is Over was actually a good album because like 2 of my favorite songs on that album is Never Lie and Constantly. And there was some other songs on there that I liked it too. I gotta go back and go through that album because this album was actually good.
They had 2 consecutive hits such as Never Lie and Constantly. This album put Immature to stardom fame. In 1995, they released their third album, We Got It. It features singles like Lover's Groove and Please Don't Go. I think one of my favorite 3 songs from that album is Candy, Pager, and I Can't Stop the Rain.
I like I Can't Stop the Rain.
I can't stop the rain. I can't stop the rain. That's the shit right there!
We Got It sold over 1 million copies. In 1997, Immature released their 4th album featuring singles I'm Not a Fool, Give Up the Ghost, and Extra Extra. You wanna know what's funny about Immature? They made a song called Watch Me Do My Thing, which is from the All That album. I know it sounds petty to me, but the song and video is awesome. Plus, Ed got bars.
Yeah, Kel did rap on that. Got my back on this fucking track. You want fries with that? What you gonna do?
After their 4th album, they changed their name to IMX, which I thought was a stupid ass name. Anyway, their record label MCA crumbled and the group went their separate ways. If you guys want to know what the group been up to these days, go check out Valid TV's interview on Marcus Houston. He seems like a very humble guy on his success as a musician. Before I move to the next artist, what's up with Marcus Houston?
I used to hate when he did his hair like that back in the day.
He looked like a black ass Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil 2. This nigga looked like the lost member of Prince in the Revolution. I'm only kidding. I got a lot of respect for these guys. They've been with each other for what, 10 years from 1992 all the way to 2002? That's a fucking accomplishment itself. So one day I hope we do see like a documentary or an unsung episode of Immature.
I would like to see that. They need something, y'all. Oh, my bad. But like, they do need an unsung. Immature definitely needs an unsung, you know what I'm saying? Because like, why not their story be told? You know what I'm saying? And plus, you know, Marcus Houston got to be like almost in his, I think Marcus Houston like in his 40s, I think now, you know what I'm saying? Early 40s or late 30s, one of them, man. But they definitely need an unsung, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember watching House Party 3 and seeing them and stuff like that. And I thought they was a cool group, you know what I'm saying? Bro, and my sister had the posters plastered all over the wall. But anyway, let's get back to this countdown, you know what I'm saying? I'll say for the video.
Tony.
Wow, Morty,
Yes.
I bet half of y'all ain't even heard of this group until one of their songs was played on an episode of Rick and Morty. Tony Tone is an American soul and R&B group from Oakland, California, that was around in the late 80s to the mid 90s. The band was composed of Dwayne Wiggins on lead and vocals, and his brother Charles Wayne Wiggins, aka Raphael Shadi, on lead vocals
They
and
made
bass, and
real
their cousin
music.
Timothy Christian Riley on drums and keyboard. Originally, the band went by Tony Tone as a joke until they realized it had a nice ring to it. Their first album, Who, which went gold and had several hits, their first hit was Little Water. Every time I look at this video, I ask myself, is this part of the Different World universe? Since
because Sinbad was Walter in the damn video. And he's Walter in Different World.
About this,
so it did feel like that.
The song went #1 on the R&B charts. The next 3 singles, Born to Know, For the Love of You, and Baby Doll, were all top 10 R&B singles. Their second album, Revival, is their most successful debut album. Hit singles such as It Never Rains in Southern California, It Feels Good, and Whatever You Want. And yes, Meek Mill sampled this song for the young kids who don't know. Don't care what them people say, I'm giving you whatever you want. Anyway, with strings of multiple hits and their music being featured in movies like Boys in the Hood and Higher Learning, you'd think they would last a lot longer. Unfortunately, they didn't. Their fourth album, House of Music, would be their last studio album. And from that, Tony Tone disbanded in 1996. Dwayne Wiggins tried to have a solo career with his album, Eyes Never Lie, which only sold 150,000 units, so his solo career didn't really last that long. But he did form Tony again, so that's cool, and they're also touring. Raphael Shadi had his own solo career from his critically acclaimed album, The Way I See It. In 2016, he was executive producer and produced Solange Knowles' album, A Seat at the Table, which debuted at #1 on the music charts in the US.
I love Issa Rae.
Also, before I forget, he did the music for Insecure. I haven't really seen that show, but yeah, he's also composed for music for television and movie. He also starred in Luke Cage, where he performed his songs Good Man and Angel.
Yo, that sound dope.
Other than that, this group really deserves to have their story be told.
Yeah, cause like they like my favorite band next to Mint Condition. Well, if it's meant for me, it's Mint Condition. Then Tony. Cause like I definitely grew up listening to Mint Condition because my stepdad put me onto that music. You know what I'm saying? Mint Condition. Tony, Prince, all that Minneapolis sound, you know what I'm saying? He introduced me to that, you know what I'm saying?
Feels good. It's a hit song. Top the charts, I think.
But yeah, man, they story should be told. You know what I'm saying? They did one for Mint Condition, why not Tony?
Have you ever looked at an artist and be like, holy shit, they have so much potential? And then you be like, well, at least you had 2 albums in your career. One was really good and the other one was kind of mediocre to the critics out there, but it really wasn't that bad. And the artist I'm talking about is Lauryn Hill. Okay, y'all, I'm not going to dive too much into Lauryn Hill's life because that can be its own separate video. Born as Nora Nella Hill in May 26, 1975, came from a middle-class family where her mother played piano and her father was a singer. In the early 90s, Lauryn took a career acting, and her first major role was in Sister Act 2.
His eye is on the sparrow.
After that, she did join up with the Fugees, a hip-hop group of elements of soul, Caribbean, and reggae. With hits like Fuji La and Ready or Not, a lot of people thought that the Fugees was going to be the new faces of hip-hop.
Bruh, she was beat.
band, but they broke up in 1997 to pursue other solo projects. So on August 25th, 1998, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was released, and it was a mega hit. Songs like Doo-Wop, Everything is Everything, and The X Factor was getting so much heavy radio play.
Said you'd be there for me, cry. You said you'd die for me, give to me, give to me. Girls, you know you better watch out. Some guys only about that.
The success of her solo album was a hit and got her to 10 Grammy Awards. You think her next album will be better or similar to her?
My bad, y'all. I have to go back because Lauren was looking good right there. I kind of went back too far.
Album was a hit and got her.
Yeah, look at her holding them Grammys. Yeah, this was somebody else. I had a little crush on too, bruh. Lauryn Hill. Yeah, bruh. Like, hey, you've had some people say she looked funny, but to me, she didn't. She just didn't, bruh. She just looked like an ordinary chick to me. You know what I'm saying? This is what an all natural, dreadful chick looks like. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I want this. Where this at? You know what I'm saying, bruh?
10 Grammy Awards. You think her next album will be better or similar to her first one, right? Well, after going through legal trouble with her label and balancing being a mom, it took a real heavy strain on Lauryn Hill. But Lauryn released her second album, MTV Unplugged 2.0, which was released in 2002. Sadly, the album didn't sell well, and critics said that the album was self-indulged and repetitive, which I never understood.
Really?
I thought the album was good.
Really?
It was different from her first album, but hey, we always can't catch lightning in a bottle twice, can we?
How do I talk to you? Touch my mouth with your hands.
After that, she's been low-key about her public appearances, besides touring. I'm just surprised that VH1 never made a behind the music of Lauryn Hill,
Exactly,
but I hope
like,
Unsung and Lauryn
nobody
Hill is
can do
willing to share her
anything,
story
like-
to the world. Even though there are so many interviews of Lauryn Hill on the internet, but hey, I'm just saying.
She needs one song.
Before we reach number 1, here are my honorable mentions.
That I made of all giving you the best that I've got, baby.
Okay. Oh, who is this? Okay. Oh, get it. Who's that? Sade. Sade needs one. Why she don't have anything?
Well, my number 1 pick is a group that really no one ever talks about. Honestly, that's almost every group been featured on Unsung, such as Escape, SWV,
That's the
John
whole
B,
thing with
and the list
Unsung.
goes on. But to me, Unsung never discussed black artists in different music genres.
Nobody talk about.
I mean, they have. I probably haven't seen those episodes, but I'm just saying.
Who is this old
And the
lady
group
on
I'm
this
talking about
guitar?
is Living Color. No, not the awesome sitcom in the early 90s. It's Living Color, spelled color with a U. Vernon Reid, Corey Glover, Will Collingham, Doug Wimbush,
Oh, shit, a
and
black
ex-member
rock
Mud
group?
Skillets formed the band in New York in 1984. The band's styles consist of heavy metal, funk, jazz, hip-hop, country, and alternative. Their lyrical range from personal to political, and some later cases attacking Euroism and racism in America. Did I mention this band is black? They didn't really get their big break
bro.
until 1988, where MTV began to play their video of the Cult of Personality from their second album, Vivid. If this song sounds familiar to you, you probably heard it in various places, like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or Guitar Hero, and my wrestling fans out there, CM Punk used this song as his entrance theme. So, how did these guys sound? Well, you be the judge of that.
You gave me fortune.
What?
Gave me fire.
Stop!
I just love
That is so dope. So that is so dope.
That soulfulness, especially with Reed vocal range. For example, their single "Love Rears Its Ugly Head." Vernon's vocal range is
that
lit.
is so dope.
So, hitting the mainstream and being the only black rock band group, you think they would last a lot longer, right? Nope, Living Colour disbanded in 1995. Some say they broke up because of lack of communication, or their fourth studio album didn't reach the numbers that the label wanted. The band still tours around the world, and they are rocking out even in their 60s, so mad respect for them. Yes, I know there are other black rock and roll bands such as Bad Brains, Fishbone, Death, and the list goes on. I just feel that Living Colour made it to the mainstream and had a strong following. So yeah, they deserve the number one spot in my opinion. So, Unsung, TV1, get on that shit because Living Colour is fucking awesome. So yes, people, that was my top 5 unsung episodes I would like to see be made. Well, it's your top 5. Anyway, people, don't forget to comment, like, and share this video. So I am Von the Stampede, and I'll see you guys.
Whoa, bro, that last one really did. That last one got me. That last one got me. And that's straight the song for 2K when I was playing WWE 2K17. Hey. Bro, what? That is so dope. I didn't like, and they was mentioning other black rock bands. I didn't know. Like, I just never really thought about that. Damn. Yo, man, Living Colour? Living Colour? Yo, man, I'm gonna have to look them up because they stuff sound pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Sound pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But all of the other ones like Immature and you know what I'm saying, Tony, Soul for Real. Those stories do need to be told because Soul for Real, like they just disappeared. They just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't really hear much from them. No more. You know what I'm saying? Like those 2 big hits they had was like Candy Rain and Every Little Thing I Do. And If You Want It was actually one of the first singles that they came out with before Candy Rain. Just to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Just throw that out there. I ain't trying to. This video already long as it is. It's already long. I'm not trying to make it no longer. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying, bro? Hit me up for my social medias, which is in the description box down below. I've been your boy Nick, and I'm out this mother, bro. Peace.